Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of our teenaging podcast. My name is Nikki and today I'm joined by
Rihanna
and
Sarah.
How was the trip coming to Sarah's house, Rihanna?
So painful. I hated it.
Really? You said your bus was delayed, right?
Yeah, there was track work today. So like my bus usually comes. It said on the app 10:35. It didn't end up coming until 11:12. So I was just there for like 40 minutes waiting. Like, what do I do? So yeah.
We were supposed to film at 9.
Yeah.
It's now also 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock now.
Only for you guys.
You know, the other time it was like we're having heat stroke. Now it's like storming. It's raining.
In a matter of 1 week, everything just changed.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Honestly, I like the winter season.
Same.
Yeah. I prefer winter so much better than summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
all you have to do is put clothes on. In summer, it's like there's a restriction to how many clothes you can take off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. My walk here was like an adventure. I was like,
you literally
shut the
5 minutes.
fuck up. No, because I had to hold my umbrella a certain way to make sure rain doesn't come
life's
here.
such a struggle for you.
I know, right? First world problems.
Mhm.
You know, sometimes I question if you mean the jokes you say.
Every joke has a little bit of truth in it.
What a segue. That's what we wanted to talk about. Yeah, we wanted to talk about because we wanted to elaborate more in the last episode, but we also wanted to talk about like some people make jokes, right? But it could be really hurtful sometimes, and I just don't want to speak up about it.
Yeah.
You don't want to seem like sensitive.
Yeah.
And like make a big deal
Deal
out
out
of
of it,
something.
yeah.
Especially you, Rihanna.
Hey.
I'm just kidding.
Unless
Every joke has a bit of truth in it. So are you really kidding?
Oh, fuck.
you know when people will say like a joke about you, and it's like, you know, it's like the whole group is talking about something, so everybody's making jokes, and then they make a joke about you, but it feels like a little bit too real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just hits you.
And you're
just,
yeah. You go home and think about it. You're in bed and you're still thinking about it.
And then you're conscious whenever you do that thing that you
Yeah.
joked about. Yeah.
You know, there's
It's like
been a
an
lot of
attack.
times when I've like heard like a joke, and then I'll just like go out of my way to never do it again.
Yeah. Which is bad.
Believe in yourself.
What was that?
Yeah, like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm the one doing that on my end as well. Like, sometimes I'll make jokes and knowingly, like, I know that it's, like, something I don't like about that person, but I just say it's a joke.
Yeah.
Just to, like, disguise it. So
Yeah.
they don't get offended.
Oh no, I know what you mean. I think everybody's done that.
Yeah, and we don't want to admit it. And I don't think it's talked about that often.
Yeah. Even like with this podcast, like sometimes
Oh no.
one of us would say an idea.
Yeah.
And like later they'd say, "Oh yeah, that was a bad idea." I'm like, "Yeah, it was horrible." And I'm like, "Ha ha ha, just kidding."
Yeah, but
Like it was actually like a bad idea, but I just don't want to say it.
wait, that's so bad. Wait, you know, no, I don't think it's bad. It's just a tactic, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm defending my
Action.
yeah. I'm just not taking responsible for it.
Yeah.
Responsibility for it. No, but I totally get it. Like, you don't want to actually confront the person with, like, the truth.
Yeah.
So you just say it as a joke, and, like, they know it's... you by doing that, you make them aware of what they're doing, but not in a hurtful way. Right?
You're not directly stabbing them, you're just making small slices.
Yeah.
Have we done that before? Like, what are some... Do you remember? Like, any jokes you've said to each other that had a bit of truth in it?
I know one time, Susanna came to school, and I think like she came with a low ponytail,
Oh, yeah?
and I was like, "Wow, you look like a boy." And I was like, "Haha, just kidding." It was so mean, and I felt so bad instantly. I was like, "No, I'm just kidding." And then like later that day, she took her hair out, and I was like, "No, Susanna, I love you. You never look like a boy, and if you do look a boy, you look like a hot one."
Rihanna.
Where did my chapstick go?
Your chapstick? Why didn't you chapstick?
No, not chapstick. What?
It was right there. I saw it.
I swear I saw
You're
it.
sitting on it.
Am I?
You know what? Your chapstick's not important now.
No,
Right now.
my lips are chapped.
No, they're not. They're smooth as fuck.
Yo, she's been looking.
It's right there,
Where?
behind you.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's gonna make so much background noise.
I'm so sorry. First it was my water bottle and now it's my chapstick. Bloopers!
Is that it?
But yeah, I also think it depends on who you do it with. Because I feel like if it's like close friends, they don't take it as personally, I hope.
Right.
I mean, I know when you guys make jokes about something that
I don't even second guess it.
Yeah, like, it doesn't... I don't really think about it much. But if it's like someone who's like an acquaintance or like a not
then
really
you
close
really-
friend,
yeah, you
then
think
you
about it.
really think
You
about
feel
it.
like you feel like they're taking note of whatever that is.
Of every move
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
It reminds me of that story you told us once about this guy. Let's just say him Snake. I don't know, because his name starts with S, and he called you ugly in food tech.
Oh, what a... Oh, I hate that dude.
I don't know who this dude is.
You know him.
Okay, so basically, last year I had food tech as my elective.
Yeah.
And I was sitting next to these two girls, and one of them told me that I had a really funny laugh, and they wanted this dude
Yeah.
to come over and tell me a joke so they could hear my laugh. And this guy proceeds to describe every detail of me, like, oh, what do you call a girl who wears red nail polish, her hair out, wears a scrunchie? He was basically just describing me.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, what? And then he goes, an unattractive piece of... And I was like, oh, nice! like, how do you even react to that? Anyway, I obviously didn't care that much, but still, like, obviously hurt. But also, like, this dude doesn't even matter. Like, literally next week I stopped caring.
But that's actually so
But
sad.
like, it's sad because he genuinely thinks I'm unattractive, but that's okay. You know, everyone's type.
But who does that? Really? You can't use a joke as an excuse to be rude.
Yeah.
You know? Like, there's a spectrum. Like, there's one with friends where you don't really want to say it. But it's, like, not that hurtful.
Yeah.
You know?
Anyway, I could say 10 more mean things about that dude, but I won't. Because I'm a bigger person.
Yeah, but I found out, like, I think I have been, like, guilty of that. Like, where I used to use jokes as an excuse to be, like, rude almost. Which I'm trying to fix, but yeah, it's really bad. I think, yeah, it's something that we kind of buried deep down because it's not that big to talk about, but we do it every single day. I feel like the same people who kind of do that very often and like intentionally and do it like with actual bad intentions are like the same people who take advantage of others as well, because like they know they have the power to like stay innocent while still kind of attack them, you know, with that joke thing.
They kind of give off that like facade, so like people don't take anything too seriously. So it's like they can use that as kind of like a mask for like jabbing at people or taking advantage of people, because you're like, oh, I'm just like cute and bubbly, like, you know what I mean? And yeah.
We did that thing.
It's okay. It was at the end.
Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow. Yeah, like, I feel like there's a pattern in between those people where they kind of take advantage of others as well. They would, like, I don't know, spend the other person's money at the canteen, you know, saying, you know what, okay, sidetrack. I don't like it when people ask other people, like, random students for money.
Yeah.
Like, where's the dignity? You know?
Can you give me $2?
No, $1.
Seniors.
Yeah.
Like, we said when we were in year 7, it was so prevalent. Like every single thing, like, oh my god, can you give me $1? I see $1. I see your wallet. Open your wallet right now. You're going to the like you're on your way to the canteen. You're just about to take out your $5 bill, and they're like, can I have $1, please? Please, 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 can I have $1? And you're like, hello, like, God, I'm here for my icy pole, not for your charity funds. Like, God.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like that TikTok.
Oh yeah.
You got
I'm
$1?
gonna get slushy. I see that $1, bitch. Give me over here.
Open your purse. I see it right there. That's so great.
I'm gonna keep that in.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, like they would, and they would use their data or something like that, or they would like copy homework, and I don't like it. Okay, I don't know about how, like, I think it's like me just being a teacher's pet, but I don't like it when people ask to copy it, because it's like, you know,
you
like
worked hard on it.
yeah, and it's like a cheap way to get past school. I don't know. Anyway,
I understand if like people are like, you know, really busy and like, you know, once in a while this is like, hey, you know, I completely forgot or like stuff. That's fine because, you know, we all space on things and I completely get that. But if it's like every single like homework like assessment, you're just like, the person's like, oh my god, can I just copy? And like you have like this thing where you have to say yes or they have a bad taste in their mouth and like they'll act sour for the rest of the time, oh you betrayed me, like bro, it's not,
it's 2
I
plus
do
2
your homework.
questions, like it's not that hard. I think last year I sort of faced the thing where when I would open up to someone about something I'm insecure about or whatever, they would later make a joke about it and like personally dig at me, acting as if it's all fine and whatever. But like it does really hurt because you just think about it like, oh, I opened up to this person, I told them, and here they are making jokes about it, and that's all you can think about. And then you try not to do that one specific move or act in front of them.
It's like they don't value whatever that you're going through. It's like they don't see how much that affects you.
And how much it took me to say that to you and open up. But that kind of sucks.
And then it makes you think like, are they like, you know, devaluing like other things that I tell them that I don't want other people to know and stuff like that. And it makes you so insecure about those things because once you talk about something, you feel a little bit better about it. But when somebody uses that against you, it's like, I don't know, it's just like weird because like you feel like you're close with someone and then when they make jokes about it, it feels like they don't quite understand how
much it means to you.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think it kind of ties into like the whole homework thing.
Yeah.
You know how like you don't want to say no. It's that thing again. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like what you said. It's like with the homework thing, when someone asks you, if they can copy the homework, I don't want to sound like a bitch for saying no, or even like, oh, can I borrow your pencil, or can I borrow your pen or rubber? I don't want to say no because it's like, you know, I'm being selfish or whatever. But it's just me looking out for myself, and I think a lot of time it can be misinterpreted like that, and we have a hard time saying no to everything. So like, yeah, we always feel the need to say yes to everything, to seem nice, to appear kind, and to be liked. But
or it's just awkward.
Yeah.
Like once you say no, they're like, oh.
It's just
and they
weird.
like they like see your full pencil case, full of pens and pencils.
So it's just easier to say yes.
Yeah.
Or I'm very guilty of doing this, or like I'll hear somebody asking around for something and then I will like go out of my way to hide that. I'll be like, sorry, I didn't bring my sharpener today.
I would do that all the time. Like the teacher's like, can anyone let Timmy borrow their sharpener? And I would hide it under my pencil case. So I would never let.
Because, you know, especially in high school, like, you lend someone your pencil and it comes back half chewed.
Yes!
And you're like, hello, if I give you this, you should honor it and take care of it. Like, I'm sorry, like, I will not deal with that.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, they never return it.
And, like, I remember last year, I would lend people, like, my stuff, and there was this one person I kept lending my stuff to, and it got so bad to the point she didn't even bring a pencil case anymore, because she just relied on me. I'm like, no, we're changing this. So, yeah.
And especially because they give it to other people. Because another person's like, oh, can I borrow that glue stick? And they're like, oh, yeah, sure. Without asking, hey, can that person borrow your glue stick?
Oh, I hate when people
Oh
do
my
that.
god, that's so annoying.
Or they think, oh, she's my friend, it's okay. I'm like, no, she's not my friend.
And they're like, oh, but she's just right next to me. But it's like they're 5 tables away from you.
Yeah.
You know? Like, the same with the dollar thing. Like, you can't say no. Well, you can't, it's not like you can't, but it's hard to say no.
Yeah, you can't be like with your coins and be like, no. You have to like be like, oh, sorry, I don't have any. And they're like, but I just saw a $5 bill. You'd be like, I'm using that for the bus.
Yeah.
You're like, bro, this is my money. I saved up for my lollipop, you know.
And they never say, oh, I'll pay you back. They just say, hey, can I borrow $1?
Like, you do understand what the term borrow means, right? It's not, can I take $1?
So ending the whole topic of every joke has a little truth in it, we wanted to talk more about topics we talked about in our previous episode, Toxicity in High School Part 1.
Yeah, and one of the topics was sexual harassment. Yeah, and I feel like that topic deserves a bit more elaboration and more highlight on.
Because I know, like, when you get sexually harassed in public, you know, there are like really annoying people who say stuff like, oh my god, like, she dressed too revealingly, like, that's the cause of it, or like she was asking for it, or like she seemed to think like she wanted attention by the way she was dressed. And I think that's just incredibly unreasonable, because like the way we dress shouldn't like allow
be
anyone
an invitation.
it's
be
not an
invitation.
invitation, and we shouldn't like limit ourselves or like wear more like less revealing clothes because it's convenient for you, or it's convenient for your self-control. You know what I mean? And I know like for some schools they have dress codes, or
Especially
something.
in America.
Yeah,
They have that where it's like they use the dress codes and it's really, really, really strict on females. And it's all about like,
you don't want boys getting distracted.
You don't want to distract the boys.
Oh
it's
my
like,
God.
why can't you change the behavior of the
Yeah,
boys rather
exactly.
than having the females filter themselves and have to, you know, abide by these rules that the males don't even have to flinch at. So, you know, you see this kind of bias where women have to cater for a man's like sexual urges and desires, which
or like impulse control.
yeah, I think that for me, I think a lot of people have this thing where if you tell them, oh, I've been sexually harassed and stuff like that, they think that you've taken a situation out of proportion. And then the thing is, right, I had the issue where it was like small things kind of built up together that affected me in like a big way. So things like, you know, you're just bending over to like grab your water bottle out of your bag, and you just hear like these sly comments and these guys laughing, and it's the worst type of attention you could ever get, because, you know, I don't think you fully understand until you've really gone through it, and I don't wish that upon anybody. But once you kind of feel that toxic like attention, there's nothing more that you want to do than like disappear, and you don't want to bring attention to the issue even though it should be reported. And I think when I told some of my guy friends, I don't think they fully understand how it felt. Like, they're like, oh, that sucks, but I think it's hard for them to grasp when you're in that situation. You feel so belittled and small. But I think that once I kind of put them into that scenario, I was like, imagine you're in that position. You feel like you don't have that power. I think they understood that more. The thing is, right, when I didn't report that issue, and I didn't report a lot of the stuff that happened to me, only the ones that I thought were justifiable and would make sense to other people. But the truth in the matter is that if it does affect you and you know, you feel uncomfortable going to school, then it is something that needs to be reported. Those small things like, you know, I used to receive notes and stuff like that about what I look like in my uniform. They're all sexualized, and it's like, things like that is so disgusting, and you feel like you're reminded of that because you wear that uniform every day, and, you know, that's the thing that you remember, like, you know, putting on the buttons, that's all you can remember, that they're just thinking about what's underneath, and it's just, yeah, it's hard to deal with. But I think that if you address it, and I know it's hard because you don't want to give it the power to show that it affected you, but if you do address it and talk about it and have people with you and get them to understand where you're coming from, it really helps you move on. And I think that when I finally talked to my friends about it and how I actually felt about it, I felt a lot better. And I actually, in honesty, I didn't report the first situation when the whole like bending over and the comments thing, because at first I thought that I was just hearing things, but every day when I look back on that situation, I realize more and more how much that affected me. I'm so self-conscious about like bending over to do the simplest thing, like tie my shoelace or like get something out of my bag, and it really does affect you. And I think Rihanna is like that type of person where, like, you know, you you seem off, and she'll just ask you like, hey, you okay? And those type of people are like important to have in your life. Yeah, so I love you, Rihanna.
I think that we all need to keep in mind sometimes that somebody is going through something, and you should ask if someone's okay.
I think that after you address it and you fight your battles, you stop thinking about it all the time. It's not your main thought. So I just want to say that there is like life after sexual harassment, and a good one at that. Yeah.
In the last episode, we also talked about like judgment, and I feel that every single teenager that goes to school has experienced or like has unconsciously noticed that a lot of people in high school are very judgmental, and perhaps they are judgmental of themselves as well.
So we have an anonymous message from this person who wanted to talk about their experience. I'm just going to read it out. So, judging. I'm always afraid I'm going to be judged because people are so judgmental these days. I'm worried about trying new things because I'm scared people will judge me about it. I don't really try in sport lessons at school because if I mess up, I'm worried I'll be laughed at. Normally I just don't do anything that gives people the chance to judge me or even embarrass myself. It stops me from doing things that I want to do and have a go at. People are normally like, oh, who cares what other people think? If you enjoy it, then why does it matter? But it doesn't really help. I don't know what to do because I don't want things to enjoy. I want to do things I enjoy, but the fact that I could be judged or embarrassed worries me.
And I relate to this so much because like for the longest time, one of the main reasons why I didn't try in sport is because I'm really scared of being judged.
Yeah.
I remember, like I told you guys in year 3, I would literally sit like on the handball court, like on the sidelines with another friend, and I would not try at all. I would never join in. And people always like, oh, Nikki, do you want to come? Like, do you want to play with us? But I could never. And I told my sister this, and she gave me like really good advice, and she even wrote like a whole essay, and I just want to read it out to this person and anybody who is dealing with the same type of problem. I just want to read it out. Okay.
Afraid of being judged is a common fear that we all have. So let me reassure you, you're not fighting this battle alone. While we're afraid of other people's judgments, we often forget that this fear does not come from any external source, but rather our own relationship with our inner self. I like to think about this relationship like a tree. If the root is so deep and strong, the tree is not afraid of the wind. Let's redirect your energy into another side of you, the inner you. Look deeply inside. You're a unique and beautiful individual. Take 10 minutes a day and write down the things you like to do, things you love about yourself, things you want to improve, things you want to learn, places you want to go to. Whether it is a volunteer for your community, a dance lesson, a movie night, or you want to work on a personal project. Focus on what you gain. Really indulge on things and activities that give you joy. Focus on the joy you gain from doing the things you love rather than what you might get from other people. Focus on your feelings after you do something you love. Focus on the laughters you have, the food you enjoy, the liberating emotion you have after a movie or a conversation. Don't treat your mistakes like errors or like enemy. Trust me, people won't remember how you fail at a sport game. They'll remember how hard you try, how much energy you put into this. And remember, there are just as many people afraid of being judged. So if you do fail at something, acknowledge it and announce it to everyone. Hey, I'm going to work on this. Give me time. Or, hey, we're a team. Let's help each other. By doing this, you set an example that we're not perfect and we're not meant to be perfect. People will gravitate towards the real and authentic personality because you know why? This is what it means to be human. We are always work in progresses. We're not the perfect final product. We need more people like this, and it starts with ourselves. We need to stand up and we need to be proudly unapologetic for what we've made up. And for people who judge you, for your haters, don't give them the power by seeking validation from them. They don't need it. You know what they need? They need love, they need kindness, they need compassion. And they're just insecure people who have low self-esteem. That's why they judge, because people who judge others are the same as people who are afraid to be judged the most. At the end of the day, water the root. Let your root grow deeply into the ground, and you stand tall and proud and undefeated by the wind. Sending love, and remember to spread this message. There are many of us who fight the same battle.
Yeah.
So
So
that was really good.
yeah, that's my sister put a lot of work into this, and I value her input so much because like I think everybody needs this kind of advice because you know, for a long time I never told anybody what I was working on because I'm so afraid of people judging. Like, you know how I never show you guys like my artwork,
Yeah.
and so I always hide it because I'm just like insecure because it's never good enough in my eyes, and I just never show anybody. And when people walk by, I just hide it, or literally like anything I'm working, especially like a story I do at school. I could never show it to anyone because something like that is just so personal to you, and in the eyes of other people, I know it may not look as good, and I just relate to this girl.
Same, like even
much.
like literally like just small things like oh, my friends are coming over, I'm gonna cook something and let me try something new or something like that. I feel so like scared that you guys are gonna like judge it or like anything because I don't want you guys to think like that or anything, but it's just like
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, I think that we care a lot more when it comes to people we love. Although primarily, I feel like we're so much more aware and conscious of judgment from our peers. That's why, like, a lot of the times, people, actually even, like, me, like, we try to be cooler than we actually are to, like, fit in or to stand out.
They'll go out of their way to make friendships with people that they, in their eyes, see as cool, and they'll leave behind their friends and stuff like that.
For sure.
You know what? That kind of reminds me of those tropes in typical high school movies. You know, like...
The jocks.
Yeah.
The mean
the
girls.
cheerleaders.
The nerds. What do you think we belong to?
The nerds.
No, we're like
The nerds.
we're like the cool nerds. We're cool. Have you seen me? Like
We're definitely the nerds. But honestly, to me, I like being considered like that. Like,
Nerd?
like not like
What is that?
I don't like. It's like, oh my god, she called me a nerd. I'm so cool. I'm like amazing now. But I think to me, like, if you can identify me for my intelligence and you think that that's like a strong
Cool, yeah.
part of who I am,
Yeah.
I'm like, cool. Like,
I
yeah,
know.
thank you for like, acknowledging my intelligence. Like, that's
Yeah.
cool. Like, and I like to surround myself with people who are hardworking and are diligent. So, I don't have a problem being labeled as smart. Like, cool. Thanks. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like, I really value it when people recognize, like, any kind of intelligence I have because, shamefully, I, like, try really hard.
that's okay to admit.
No, like,
No, I know what you mean.
prove myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
I know. You want validation.
Yeah.
And it's sad because, like, you know, one of my friends, she recognizes that trait in me and she's like, you know, validation is not good, Sarah. And I'm like, I understand how bad that is, but I can't help but do everything in my capacity to get validation. Like, I don't know why I said capacity.
Validation is
I think we all
so
need
happy.
it. We all need it.
Yeah.
I think in life we all need some kind of validation, whether that is from like ourselves or friends or family. I think like validation is a necessary part of growth because we always need it to know that we're doing okay. It just validation from the wrong people is what we should avoid.
I
Yeah.
think you always have to remember that your own self-worth and your own kind of view on who you are matters more than what Jimmy in your class thinks. Like, I think you just gotta remember that sometimes. And sometimes we forget and we're so wrapped up in, like, you know, she didn't say my drawing was nice, but she said that her drawing was nice. What is that supposed to mean? I think we get wrapped up in that sometimes.
for
But it's
sure.
like, if you can look at your own work or whatever you're doing and you can stand alone and say, yeah, I'm proud of that, then that's something that you should be happy with. Yeah.
You know how I said like earlier we could be like nerds?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think I don't know if like that is realistic in a way. Like, I don't know if, like, you know how high school movies portray, like, those kind of cliques. I don't know, does it actually apply in, like, actual high school? I don't know.
I don't
like,
think so. Like, cause I'm knowing, like, coming into my first year in high school, I was expecting like a group of white girls were like trying to get up with like the sports team or whatever.
Yeah.
Like nothing like that.
I don't think that we're like that at all in real life. I think that we all have a lot of depth to us. I don't
We're
think
all
that
a mix.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
We are.
yeah, because I don't like even in our friend group alone. I think prominently people do see like like they do well at school,
Yeah.
but a lot of like our friend group is very mixed. Where like even one person alone has a lot of attributes to them that don't that stand alone by themselves.
Yeah, humans are way too complex to be limited by a singular label, and yeah, it's just like, we can't limit ourselves. It's just a nerd, because that's not all we have. And you know what? You know how like last time we talked about being labeled as bitches? I feel like a lot of time I'm easily labeled as that, especially like in primary school.
I
Yeah,
feel you.
because
I feel you very hard.
I can be very like, I guess, assertive or like almost aggressive. I don't know if I'm aggressive. I just take like leadership control. Yes, control.
I felt that
very easily.
relate.
But I think it comes from like people's incompetence. Is that sad to say? Because I know like on a lot of group projects no one would take the lead, and a lot of times people would ask like, so what do we do? So like sometimes I feel obligated to step up. And I think that just because some girl like show these assertive-ish traits doesn't mean they have like bad intentions. It's just their own way of taking charge and showing leadership, because traits like controlling or like dominating could be reframed as just organization or taking charge and having a strong presence, because they are the only ones that are stepping up. And I think a lot of the time labels like that kind of like ruin friendships, because
It gets to their head.
yeah, like in high school you're like, oh my god, she's changing, she's such a bitch now, we shouldn't be friends anymore, or something like that. And yeah, like I experienced the same thing. It's just, yeah, like in high school, throughout high school, it's just, that's the moment where you break off a lot of friends and you find new ones.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's not our intention for it to be that way, and sometimes friendships break without us wanting to, and that could be really hurtful.
Yeah.
And one of the anonymous messages also said something about that as well, and we just want to read it out for her or him.
Recently, I've been going through a lot of change with my friend groups. My old friends really distanced themselves from me, which deteriorated me mentally for months, making me feel worthless and extremely lonely. We finally decided to cut it off and hang out with different people, and are happy with them. But I'm constantly reminded of my old friends and when we used to hang out together and listen to songs and have deep conversation with one another. And now I feel like it's going to be a while before I reach that point with my new friends, which makes me feel sad and feel as if I wasted my time with my old friends. And the friends that I hang out with now spend time bonding with each other, and now I'm the new person in the friend group that not everyone is completely bonded with yet. I'm sorry, I feel this was letting me out some shit.
No, I want to give her a hug. Or him. That's, bro, I relate to them so much.
I felt that, yeah.
I think we've all had our fair share of broken friendships, so I really know where this person's coming from, and I'm sure so many people out there do too. Like, okay, so I remember I once had this friend, so I met her in year 4, whatever, and she was in year 3 at the time, and we bonded, like, really well. I don't think I told you guys about this, but basically, like, okay, this is gonna sound, like, low-key creepy, but, I met her, like, online, right? Because, but we like, talked for, like, a good while, and trust me, I was very, very careful. But we literally talked for 2 years, right? And we talked for 2 years, and then we started calling, and then we saw each other in real life, and we realized, wow, we live actually pretty close, and we started becoming really good friends. We'd call every day, we would FaceTime, and we'd share our secrets, and would usually do, I guess, what best friends would do, right? But like, look, I found her great, but one day we had this like massive fight in year 6, and it was almost like a loose thread. It unraveled so quickly, and I never got the closure that I feel like I needed, because like, it was like the person said, the friendship was broken so quickly, and I didn't want it to end, like, and even now I still don't have the closure I needed, but that's okay. Like, sometimes we are not like meant to like be together as friends, and that's okay. Sometimes people aren't compatible, or they need to not see each other to become more mature and to grow as individuals. People could be good for each other for a short amount of time or a specific period of time, but clash later on in life, and that's okay. You can't always cling to that just because they've been with you for a long time, if you kind of get my drift. Even now, like, I still catch myself imagining us being friends, but then I think about it, and I'm just like, I actually like the idea of being friends with her because it was so great and it was so fulfilling, not because that I like her as a person now. I'm not saying that I don't. I'm saying I don't know where she is right now in life, and I can't expect for it to be the same as last time. So, like, to this person, before your like relationship goes sour, I really hope you can find the closure you need for your emotional well-being, and just reach out to them, reach out to your old friends and say, I don't like where this friendship is going, I don't like the way you're treating me, or I want to be able to continue to be friends, or just at the very least leave on good terms, at least, and for your new friends, communicate that, say, hey, I kind of feel left out, or I want to be able to do this and that, because honestly, honesty is the best thing you can give to a friend, or the best thing you can express for yourself, and for the people around you. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say. I hope it helps, and I hope other people find this experience of this person helpful as well. Sorry, by the way, if I'm talking on this episode, you guys are probably sick of hearing my voice, but anyway, I just also want to add that I don't believe any person that stepped into your life is a waste of your time at all, because even if they're the worst person in the world, or the best person in the world, or whatever kind of person they are, they will contribute something, even if it's hatred, or it's great if it's love, but if it's anything negative, you still get the opportunity to become stronger, and to perhaps even understand yourself a lot better. It sounds really cheesy to say, and I know it might not apply to everyone, but accept every person in your life as a blessing. I hear stories from my family who went through so much, and who obviously, like everybody else, met shitty people, but it's sculpted them to become the person they are today, and it's molded them to become a greater person. You always get the opportunity, and they'll always help you be equipped with better skills as well. I think as long as you shared, at least in this person's case, as long as you shared a great memory at least once in your lifetime, even if it doesn't end, let's say, last, for that one moment in your life, you were happy. And I think that what matters the most. Nothing is permanent, you only have to enjoy what's present. In the present, sorry. Not really good at English today, but yeah, that's kind of what I want to say.
But I think in like this digital age, a lot of this drama and these like friendships and stuff kind of is moved on to like social media. Like I don't think it's because obviously in a digital age where everyone has some type of social media, a lot of drama occurs online.
Yeah, and I think even the like positive things that you share with your friends becomes that like half of your conversations are through text and stuff like that.
For sure.
Yeah, and sometimes things can be mistranslated, and you know, people like take things the wrong way. Before you know it, it turns into some wildfire of drama and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think that Rihanna can add some input into when misunderstandings occur on social media.
In addition to what Sarah said, I think everything on social media is always misread or portrays something way bigger than it actually is. Like girls on Snapchat posting stories like "Don't hit me up," real ones no,
real ones,
or like "Don't worry, my next one will be better," something like that. And even like people who are like me and who are very sarcastic in real life and through texting.
Yeah.
Some of my texts seem so rude and blunt, but I'm
so fucking mean sometimes.
But
I don't know if it's
I'm just a really sarcastic human, and sometimes it does not go through text, so people can get really upset with me, which I think is a very common start for drama with girls or with boys.
Yeah.
It's just over-exaggerating like the littlest things through social media,
She
through
put
a
a period
chat.
after her sentence.
Yeah.
No, I do that. You overanalyze everything.
Yeah.
Like somebody like follows you and you're like, okay, what is that supposed to mean? Like, oh, this time they followed me at this time, so this means that they were thinking of me at this time. Like, you know, you start to like overanalyze everything and make like a narrative for every little
And
thing
even
everyone
like
does.
I know like little things like being on people's close friends like Instagram. They're like, oh my god, I was on our close friends last month, but now I'm not. What's happened? Like they start this whole thing,
funny.
and it's like it's just like Samantha's close friends. Like, are you really trying to get on her close friends? Like, it's not that big of a deal.
Because I think in like social media, everything is kind of like limited. You know, like a text is just words. There's nothing else to analyze. Whereas in real life, you look at the tone, body language, etc. That's why we kind of overlook that. And when we have something so limited, we overanalyze. That's why every English teacher overanalyzes Shakespeare's poems. They literally, it's so funny. They're like, the curtain's blue. That means
depression.
Like, what if Shakespeare just liked blue? Like, what if? I love that. No, I think that, what's it called? You know, whenever, like, you get added to, like, a random person's, like, close friends list, and you're like, what am I doing
it's
here?
validation.
Yeah, you're like, wait, oh, are you trying to say that we've got some type of relationship? Is that what you're trying to say? And then they'll be like, they'll post something on their close friends, and you'll see, like, the green ring, and you're like, oh, that's for me! Not everyone can see that.
So true.
Yeah.
I love when I see the green ring.
Yes. I'm more likely to look at the story if it's a green ring.
Yeah. Guys, stop posting everything with the green ring and I'll watch it.
Like, it could literally be one of your two's green rings, and I'll still get so excited.
Yes,
Even though I know you guys are like my
Yeah.
closest friends.
Same.
Oh, I love that. I love it so much. No, and I saw somebody's like close friend like story the other day, and I literally haven't talked to them in a year, right? And they added me, and it was like behind the scenes or some shit like that. I was like, oh my god. And it was like a behind the scenes to their post, but like it wasn't a behind the scenes because it was from the same camera and not from the different angles. I was like, what's going on? But you know, it's just really funny to see how things can be like misread over text, and you can start to overanalyze.
Even with like girlfriend boyfriend relationships, like when there's a couple at school and like you go see and like maybe you heard at school they broke up, so you go to Instagram to see they're following each other to determine their relationship.
And in their bio, it's like Tyler heart emoji.
or it's like taken with their initials.
Oh my god! Oh no, the lock emoji.
Oh my god.
Whenever I see those, I kind of judge you. I'm sorry, but if you have a little lock emoji on your bio, I'm gonna pray for you. Like, I hope you're okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh no. And then like you see like posts on like social media of like people with like their, you know, like relationships and stuff like that. They'll be like, oh my god, with my babe. And you're just like, oh my god. And then they break up.
Oh.
And then like everything is deleted.
Yeah.
All the stories, and you're like, whoa. And see, in real life, you start talking to your friends. Did you hear Samantha and Jimmy broke up? Like, oh.
Samantha and Jimmy, man. And they do this like Instagram, what is that, like the tick boxes, or like it's like a format, the polls-ish, but it's not the option on Instagram. It's like there's already like a sticker, and then like you get the pen tool, and you like circle which one that applies to you.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, oh, did your boyfriend do this? Did you break up with this?
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
really
yeah,
funny.
yeah.
Oh.
People always do that after they break up.
Yeah.
Because they want to be like, well, I did this with him, don't like him. Like, after they break up, they'll post one of those pre-made stuff on their stories.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, I did this is my first thing. Did you like your first? No. And people know who it was. And like, oh,
Yeah.
she's talking about Jimmy. Like, oh my god. No, and you know, like Nikki said, because you don't get to, you don't get to analyze someone's like facial expressions or how they, you know, presenting themselves towards you when they say things over text, you can start to like overanalyze everything, even if it's not with friends, like somebody that like, you know, you like or something like that. You like, oh my god, they hate me now, like I said it wrong, they didn't like my message, so that means that they don't like me. Or like someone will leave you on scene, and it's like, you know what I mean? I get that. No,
That's
like,
annoying that you guys leave me on scene.
Hey,
I
I try not to leave you on scene.
Okay, the only times I'll leave you on scene if you reply with okay to a question or ha ha ha. Like, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to reply?
Yeah, that's fine. But like, sometimes, okay, Sarah, I ask you a question and then you never reply. You just read it and you never reply. And then I would ask again. I had to ask like 3 times. Like.
Yeah, I'm sorry because sometimes you send a lot of messages and I'm like,
I know.
You send so many. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna read them one at a time, and then I go to do something and I forget. And my phone's always on do not disturb, so like then I don't see it until 10 years later. And you're like, Sarah, answer the question. And I'm like, sorry, yes. And you're like, yes to what? I'm gonna improve on that. Come 2020, actually 2020's already came. I'm gonna improve on that. I'm not gonna leave anybody on scene. And I hate when people leave me on scene, so I'm gonna try for everyone.
And I'll try to text less.
And this is like really random.
Just kidding.
I know, like I overthink and I just text so much.
No. Actually,
Yeah,
I prefer
really
your I prefer your text over voice memo because you talk really slow.
She does talk
Oh
so
my god, I'm like, bro, speed it up. Like I cannot wait this long for what you. She's like, and I think so like, and I'm like, girl, hurry up! I got things to do. Like I wish you could put like a time. You know on YouTube how you can change speed. I wish you could do that on voice memos. I'm like, hurry up, and she keeps going. So like I skip the little lines on Instagram. I'm like, hurry up, next thing. And that's why I get so happy when I see a text instead of a voice memo from her. I'm like, thank you.
I'm sorry.
This is so random. But you know those girls that like depend a friendship on if you post on their birthday?
Oh my god.
A story on their birthday?
Oh my god.
Even like I catch myself doing that sometimes. I'm like, should I post a birthday post for them? They didn't do one for me. I'm like, okay, if I value them, I'm gonna post a birthday post for them. Like, why am I making this such a big deal?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Okay, I'm sorry to like call you out for this, but I don't understand the birthday poses. Cause like, why can't you just tell them in person? Like their birthday is only relevant to them. Like, why do you gotta announce it to the world?
I want people to see.
Yeah, so when it's my birthday in a month, you guys better, you know.
No,
post
to
it
me, I like to do it. Like, I don't do it for everyone. Like, I have little close friends that, like, I don't even post on their birthdays. Like, I would, like, literally just text them. But, like, if sometimes I have the time, like, I'll make, like, a cute collage. Like, I'll make a collage or something. And, you know, I just want them to know that, like, I appreciate them publicly.
Aww. Wait, I'm a hypocrite. I literally did the same thing for a friend's birthday yesterday. Never mind.
Yeah.
Wait, have I not viewed your story?
You know what?
Haven't
At the
viewed
end of
it
the day, when I view like on my birthday the stories, I actually do get really happy. So maybe
it's like people remember.
validated.
yeah.
People remember. It's like you don't have to post it on your story. Like, just text me if you want to. But like even like that, like it's like, oh, you remembered. You know what I mean? Like that's cool.
So
and
guys,
even in real life,
you know,
yeah,
better post something on my birthday in a month.
of course.
Nah.
Nikki's birthday, I remember like I was like in the bus. I was on the bus and I was like, oh my god, it's Nikki's birthday, and I was like trying to like make it look cute. I was like, this looks so ugly, and I was like, I need to get a good photo of her. And I was like scrolling through my album. It was like really stressful. I was like starting to sweat.
It's
like,
really hard to find good photo of me.
Nikki, shut up.
Can I just say, I'm sweating bullets. You can literally see my sweat drops.
Okay, we should wrap this up.
My forehead is creating like a crater of sweat on my head.
My
like-
calves are sticking to my floor right now.
Look at the sweat drops on your thing. I'm sorry.
It's okay, it's okay.
Also, one more thing. You know when, okay, I already told you guys this, but you know when you see like a funny meme and you see only like the cool people like it, you feel better like if you like it as well, even if you hate the meme.
Yeah.
Or the opposite, where like someone like really annoying or someone who has like
You
bad
unlike
taste. Yeah, you unlike it.
Yeah, you.
Because you don't want to have to sing.
Yeah, and
so
I
toxic.
did that thing where like you like a meme, right, and then you see a repost of it like a couple minutes later, you're like, wait, people need to know that I like this meme. Like,
Oh.
my God.
Social media. That's funny age.
anyways,
Thank you so much for listening to this episode.
yeah.
It's a bit of all over the place,
Yeah.
but we're still learning.
Yeah.
Only the third episode. If you guys have like any feedback, don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Don't
if
be
you
afraid.
hate a part, just
Yeah.
like tell us, man.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
that criticism as well. So don't be
Also,
afraid.
I just need to plug us real quick because there's some queens from where are they from? America and
Ireland.
You know what? It might be VPN.
Unless you have a VPN, that's cool. Like, but for now, I'm just gonna tell you regardless. Follow the Teenaging podcast. It's called the Teenaging Podcast. No spaces.
on Instagram.
On Instagram, and then our Twitter is the Teenaging Pod. Okay, I couldn't fit in the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah,
Our YouTube is
the Teenaging Podcast.
the Teenaging Podcast.
And you know what?
Oh no, and the anonymous.
Tell me anonymous. Just say that.
Tell me anonymous.
The Tell Me Anonymous thing, the pink one that everybody's always on.
Yeah.
Our thing is the Teenaging Podcast. Once again. Anyways, Rihanna.
I'm
And-
so sweaty. I have a price tag stuck to my thigh.
And you know, while you're there following the Teenage Podcast, give us a follow because you love
Shut
us,
up,
don't you?
Stop, no.
Hey, we might post like extra stuff on YouTube and Twitter in the future. So follow us.
Content.
Mhm.
No, but literally, guys,
Totally.
I've been tweeting, okay? Just like, go check it out, please.
I liked your tweet. I was the first like.
You were the first, like, and I literally saw it, I was like, wow, this is so depressing.
I'll be the second like.
And people who don't follow us on Twitter, you're all fake because I know you repost your own tweets on your Instagram story, so better follow us on Twitter.
These stupid Instagram stories like, don't hit me up. Oh my God. Or something about your boyfriend that you just broke up. Just kidding, we love you. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. Again, we're like actually so appreciative that more than 3 people have listened to our podcast. We just want to say that we did sacrifice our health for you. We've been stuck in a closet for the past hour, so know that this was very much worth it.
But first things first, we just want to say a huge thank you to all the
Yeah.
support, the sweet messages, all the great
I got-
feedback
yeah.
we got on the first 2 episodes. It
Yeah.
has meant so much to us. You have no idea.
It's
Yeah.
actually unreal.
Mm.
Like,
Like-
I've never been like this happy in a while.
Yeah.
Like people coming up to us at school being like, "Hey, your podcast was so great. I loved
Yeah.
it." Like it was like so crazy.
It's so amazing.
No one does that to me because I don't go to the same school.
Oh.
But no, people have been sending really like sincere messages. It's so cool to see that, and you know, we always like joke about like our 3 listeners, but like it's really cool to see that so many people have like even bothered to like press the
Yeah.
link
I know, right?
to like go listen. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's worth the heat strokes. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think we reached what, like 100 plays.
Yeah.
That's
On
crazy.
our website.
That's
Oh.
crazy. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So unreal.
Yeah.
Like, and thank you for like all the anonymous messages.
Mm.
Like, we'll get to answering all of them. Don't worry.
Yeah.
If we haven't answered it yet, we'll probably answer this in this episode or like in a later episode. So don't worry.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, follow our handles and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
I just waved. I didn't even see that. Keep that in, that was funny.
Yeah.
I'm editing this.
I'm editing.
No, you edited the last one. I'm editing this one.
Oh yeah. Okay.